All right, here we are, FM 20. This is section 1.5 homework. And so I just want to go over just really quickly just a few things here with you, just to highlight some explanation of some of this homework. So if you're having trouble getting started or you're getting stuck, let's talk about it. Number one, determine the error in each example of deductive reasoning. Okay, there's three statements here. The first one is like the assumption or the premise. Okay, all runners train on a daily basis. The second one is another statement saying Gabriel is a runner. And then, therefore, the conclusion is Gabriel trains daily. Okay? Now, what's the problem with that one? Well, Gabriel could train daily. Gabriel could be a runner. But my problem is with this first statement. Did you see that? All runners train on a daily basis. Well, that could be incorrect because not all runners run every day. So the error would be in the premise or the initial assumption. Okay? For 1A, the error would be in this premise here or this assumption. B. All squares have 4 right angles. Quadrilateral PQRS has 4 right angles. Therefore, it must be a square. Okay. So, the first sentence, all squares have 4 right angles, that's true. All squares do. The second, quadrilateral has 4 right angles. Okay, that's just a statement. The problem is this right here, and I don't know if you caught it or not, but if PQRS has 4 right angles, it could be a rectangle, right? So it does not have to be a square. The problem is with the third statement, that would be the conclusion, okay? It's an invalid conclusion, okay? All right, number 2, according to this proof, 5 equals 7. Okay, well, it's pretty easy, I guess, to see where the problem lies with this one because look at the initial statement, 1 equals 1 plus 1. That's incorrect, okay? So again, identify the error. Looks like this is a problem. Let's just see what else they do. They multiply both sides by 2. That's okay. They expand, or they add 3 to both sides. That's okay. They expand and multiply out. Everything else is fine. But the reason why they get an incorrect answer is because this assumption or this premise is false. So identify the error. The error is in the very first line there. All right. Let's do number 3. Mickey says that he can prove that 2 equals 0, and here is his proof. So we're going to let A and B both be equal to each other and both be equal to 1. Okay, so A, which is 1, is equal to B, which is also 1. Okay, keep that in mind. Now, what has he done here? Okay, A squared equals B squared. Can you square both sides of an equation? Yes, you can. If both sides are equal, it's like you're multiplying by the same thing. So squaring both sides, no problem. Can you take b squared over to the other side and subtract it from both sides? Yes, that's not a problem. Now, this is a difference of perfect squares, so we can factor this as a minus b times a plus b. That's all good. Now they've divided both sides by a minus b. Okay, to eliminate these factors, a plus b is left on this side. 0 divided by this would be 0. Now, a little hint here, there's a problem here. This is where the problem is, okay? Because all this, is okay. Substitution, blah, 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 2 equals 0. Now, the problem is right here, and do you know what the problem is? And we did an example like this in the lesson. Notice that when you divide by a minus b, okay, let's go back up here. If a equals b, if you have a minus itself, or a quantity minus itself, you get 0. So actually right here, we're dividing by 0. That's the problem. So this is the problem step right here. You cannot divide by 0, okay, and get a real answer. It's undefined. So everything underneath here, everything underneath this step is no good because this is an invalid step. Okay, so it's not a valid step. Okay, so that's 1 to 3. You do have 4, 5, identifying errors here in the number trick, 6. Okay, again, just go ahead and work through that, answer these questions about 6, and finally 7. Determine the error here. Okay? All right, so there's a little help with your homework. I hope that goes well. See ya.